Call us on your cell phone.
Culinary Hotline bling.
That can only mean one thing.
Ting, 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 ting. It is a Wednesday, and you know what that means. Of course, it's time for our Culinary Hotline bling. Ting, ting, ting. Yes, our foodie panel consisting only of my friend here, Peter, standing by to answer all of your burning questions. And if you have any culinary questions, please feel free to call us on 021-430-9881. Now, the school holidays are over, and most of us are now back to work. But how do we stay on track with meals and keep them tasty and interesting, especially when it comes to the little ones, and even for yourself heading back to work? So Peter's here to help us pack some school lunches, prepare and be in the know. How are you, sir?
I'm very well, and yourself?
Excellent, excellent. Always exciting to have you here.
He asked me whether I pack lunches every day. My daughter's 25 now, so
it was quite a while ago.
But we have someone's going to start packing lunches very soon.
Wait, so 20 years ago, while you were still packing school lunches, right? What was popular back then?
Oh man, probably cheese, like a Melrose cheese spread, and
Mom remembered Melrose.
Yeah, Mom remembered Melrose. Very little. I mean, peanut butter.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything like, we didn't have chocolate spreads.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Which, so
probably made it a lot easier. So now there's an
did,
abundance of choice. Okay, so first question that we get, let's start off with school lunches with kids. And usually at the beginning of the year, of course, it's all about the lunch boxes. You got to fill them with exciting things, but they've got to be healthy and nutritious as well, because kids go to school for the whole day. It's not just in the morning. Afterwards, it's school activities.
I think it's quite. I hear what you're saying, because it starts off really cool, the same as everything, with some like enthusiasm or whatever. And then after week 2 or 3, you're like, geez, I've got to make another lunch, you know. So I think if you can just plan it well, what's really cool is, and I love going to these plastic shops, and they sell reusable plastic containers, little tubs and little, so you can use them individually and then put them all into your one big lunchbox as well.
Okay.
So it just keeps things fresh and neat, and then the other thing is just keep the colours changing all the time, especially when you're talking about young kids.
Yes,
they've got to keep interested. You know, if they've just got a plain sandwich in their box, they're probably going to rather just eat their mate's crisps as opposed to actually eat their sandwich. So you just got to.
I was guilty of that.
I'm sure. It doesn't look like it. I look as though I was.
But okay, let's talk about making sandwiches as interesting as possible, because you don't want to be working hard making that beautiful sandwich and then little Timmy or Gatlacho comes back home still with the sandwich in the lunchbox and it's not eaten. That can be very frustrating for parents
absolutely.
as well.
And it is normally the sandwich that doesn't get eaten, because it's quite...
it's not interesting.
So what we're going to do here is we're just going to roll these out a little bit, and we're going to make this with chocolate spread and peanuts.
Oh, look at that. Okay,
so
great combination.
First thing I'm going to do is just take the crusts off. Kids hate crusts for some reason.
No, what is that? Actually, no. Peter, stop. No, do not take off this crust. This policy of giving kids the choice of eating the crust or not should be abolished in 2018. Bread is expensive, kids. Whatever your mom puts in your lunchbox, thou shalt eat it. You will not throw away these crusts, man. Sorry, I'm
If you keep those crusts on, that sandwich is not going to be eaten. Okay, so take my word on this one. We'll work on it over this year. Okay?
Yeah,
we'll
let's
work
do
on nice crust ideas and what we can do with the crust.
There we go. I like that. I like that. All right, so you cut them off. And maybe you should get the little one to help you. I'm not just speaking about the little ones as well, whoever it is that's going to school.
And make them feel like part of the choice as well. Like, ask them what would they like, and give them a choice of things, and include those kind of things.
Yeah.
And I think that's where kids want to go. So
make them work for their lunch. That's what I say.
This poor child of yours, I don't know what's going to happen.
What do you... Peter,
you're gonna have to include me in and let me, work you guys through this, because it's going to be a long, poor, painful...
No, don't say that. I want to be your soft daddy.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, so
we've made it nice and chocolate spread. I think this is actually the #1 selling spread in the world.
Really? Chocolate spread? Okay.
Come on,
Has it replaced peanut butter as the most popular?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so you get in there with the chocolate
spread. You've got to
get
get in there. You get it all over, right to the corners, because, I mean, remember, if the corners don't have chocolate, and they're not going to eat the corners either.
Would you say, while you're doing that, right, this should be like a treat once a week, not every day?
Well, I think what I tend to do, whether I'm doing catering for people or whether we're doing lunch boxes, because we do some festivals when guys want me to pack them 4 days of lunches. It's always make sure you have a plan.
Okay.
So I think that is most important. So then what we're going to do is we're just going to roll that up.
Okay.
Okay. And now if this child...
Little Swiss roll thing
has little Swiss rolls in his lunch tin like that, as
ways.
opposed to one big sandwich. So now he can sit there, open his lunchbox, and pop these into his mouth.
Can I try one?
With pleasure.
So let's say first break, because you got to have a first break.
And you get that nice crunch of the peanuts.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah?
That's so good. Okay, you're right. It's better without the crust as well. Anyway, listen, we're going to keep our lines open, 0214309881. Give us a call with your culinary conundrums, especially those that concern lunchboxes for school or for work. What ideas do you have to share with us? We'll be back again with Peter shortly. That was good.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
All right, welcome back. It's time for the Culinary Hotline playing Sing, Sing, Sing. We're all about the lunch boxes because the school holidays are, of course, over. Today is the first day back at school. Maybe some of you back to work. So oftentimes you get very, very bored with the same thing over and over again. So Peter's here to help us with some cool ideas on what you can do to spice things up when it comes to your lunches, especially for toddlers and teenagers. They're very fussy eaters. So what other suggestions do you have?
I think just coming back on what we spoke about earlier as well, when you asked me how would you plan things, I think definitely sit down and plan your evening dinners with your lunches.
Okay.
Because like let's say on Tuesday night you're going to say, okay, let's make macaroni cheese.
Okay.
You can just make an extra bit of macaroni and make a nice pasta salad to go for the lunchbox.
Brilliant.
So with your, let's say I like to rotate on like a 2 weeks, so you're talking about 10 days, but over a 14-day period.
Yes.
And then what you do is you take 2 dinners into account as well, even if you have extra rice. Let's say you're making curry and rice, so you make the plain rice, keep it on the side, and then you turn that into a rice salad. And if it's for kids, include things like raisins or corn or pineapple, or so you can make a nice rice salad. And then also, just to keep it nice and fresh, a little bit of mayo on the side in a small tub, and then they can add it themselves, and they feel as though they're in control.
That's absolutely brilliant. I can imagine, sitting around a table as family bonding time and deciding, cool, this is what we're having this week for dinner, and from these dinners we'll make our lunches. Are you cool with that? Yes, everyone's happy. Boom.
And then the rest of the day is, okay, cool, on this day I want to make a little fruit salad, get the kids to help you cut out little shapes or whatever. And it was quite cool. If you want the kids to eat the crusts,
yes,
because I've been thinking about this now. Take that sandwich as it is. You actually get a cookie cutter that's quite jagged like that, and you cut it so it looks like someone's mouth.
Yes.
And then you separate it slightly, and then you put little eyes on with cucumber and little dots. And when the kiddie opens his sandwich, it's like an angry face. And that entices them to actually want to eat these sandwiches as opposed to just like, oh my gosh, this is still on a sandwich.
We're going to talk about how you can use clover milk creatively in the preparation of your lunch, so making them more interesting. But I want you at home, maybe you are a parent, right, and your little one doesn't like crusts. And if that's the case, please let me know what you do. How have you tried to convince them to like crusts, or, I don't know. Help us out here, 0214309881.
With regards to the milk, why I've put it here is just to show that it is something that the kids should be drinking, but you get the small little ones. I think it's a 125 or 200 ml milk that you can actually include into there. So that way they're not drinking all these sweets, whatever you call them, milkshakes, but with all the sugars in them.
Yeah.
So rather keep it plain and simple, beautiful milk, good for the child, and it does come in small packs.
Yeah. Tell me about the importance of getting the kids actually involved in helping you, because we were talking about it right now that, when you do that, they have an appreciation, firstly, about where the food comes from, the fact that mommy and daddy have worked hard to put this food on their plate, and, that it doesn't go to waste all that easily.
And the wonderful food stylist from Nick, from you guys,
yes,
she was saying earlier, get them to bake on a Sunday. So they can bake some muffins, they can bake some scones or whatever, and then they can freeze those, and then you can take them out on a Thursday, defrost them, and the kids think, wow, I actually made my own lunch, So it's quite refreshing.
Let's talk about the super healthy stuff, like when you want to include salads and greens into your little one's lunchbox. How do you go about that? Have you got some ideas for us?
Yeah, well, definitely blanched vegetables, like carrots, things that their little kids like.
Yes.
Even fruit sticks. Try to stay away from the very sugary ones, but you must also remember dried fruit is normally a little bit bitter, so you can dry it yourself, but add a tiny little bit of sugar, just so it's still healthy for the child, but it tastes a little bit better, because the only real dried fruit that kids like are the dried apple or the mango. The rest of them are a little bit too taut.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what do you have here? Where do you want to start with these two sides of it?
I think it's not only kids' lunchbox; it's the adults in your own lunchbox.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And the worst thing about most lunches is you make a sandwich and you don't think about what is it going to look like in 4 hours' time. So you've got to take away those soggy tomatoes.
Yes.
And what I would rather do is do like a builder sandwich. So you can have the crackers there, you can have some cheese, little tomato wedges in the corner, a little bit of yogurt, and you can make it almost like a nice salad and build yourself. What we have here is we have some beautiful pumpkin wraps.
Oh.
Okay. Whenever you're dealing with a wrap or working with a wrap, you need to, this is some beautiful Clover cream cheese.
Cream mayonnaise.
You need a little bit of a a base so that it actually sticks together. Otherwise, it's just going to keep opening up.
Yeah.
So we put that on there.
Actually, may I just quickly get in here? Oh, that's good.
Is it good? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we take that. Let's just pop.
Alrighty.
I'm going to take some grated beetroot.
I still need to get used to the taste of grated beetroot, just as it is, because I'm used to the sweet version of beetroot.
Okay, some nice smoked chicken. You can either smoke it yourself or you can buy it.
That's good.
And then we have some
Baby spinach.
Baby spinach.
That is my new favorite ingredient. Yesterday I made a smoothie that had baby spinach. And,
Why new? Have you not been?
Hey, yeah, I just wasn't interested in it before.
Okay,
but now
so now
I am, because
this is the important part. So when you pull it over like that, push it nice and tight back on itself.
There we go.
Okay, and then we're just going to give it a little cut. See how nice and beautiful. Look at
that, my friend, is worth lunch hour.
And then if we took this, we could just pop that into the corner like that. Over there. Now, can you imagine now a little wedge of cheese from Provita, a little bit of fresh fruit?
Listen, while everyone else is spending money at the cafeteria, you're all sorted here.
And it's so true. If the kids' lunch isn't interesting, they're gonna spend money on those sweets at the cafeteria, which you don't want them to do.
All right, fantastic. We'll be back again with Peter very shortly. 0214309881. We'll be back again with the Culinary Hotline Bling.
Ting, ting, ting.
After these short breaks.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Call us on your cell phone.
Culinary Hotline Bling.
That can only mean one thing.
It can only mean one thing when you hear that song. Oh yes, it's the Culinary Hotline Bling.
Ting, ting, ting.
Welcome back. And of course, right now we're answering all questions about lunch boxes. It's back to school, back to work for so many people. And the crust debate, I'm telling you, is heating up. We've actually asked on our Twitter page right now, at Expresso Show, whether you believe in the philosophy of no crust or crust when it comes to sandwiches. And somebody suggested something. I said, why not then, if let's say your little one doesn't like crusts, cut them off and then cut them into little pieces, roll them up, glaze them with honey, dry them up maybe in an oven, and then use that as a cereal at the in the morning.
Definitely work.
Do you know what I mean?
Work. No wastage, definitely work.
Hashtag call them crusty balls.
Yeah,
you could do that.
One of the camera guys actually suggested croutons. So when you fry those croutons now, you can use them in a week's time. Just keep them in a nice container, and then you could add it to your pasta salad. Lovely croutons.
Okay.
So that was a good idea as well.
We have a caller on the line and somebody with a great suggestion. Good morning. Who am I speaking to? This is
Hi, it's Natalie.
Natalie, good morning to you. Thank you so much for calling the Culinary Hotline Bling. Say it with me. Ting, ting.
Drink, drink, drink.
Yes! Natalie. All right. What do you got to say?
So I use the crust. What I do is I keep it one side. So when my son comes home from school, I pop it in the oven with some olive oil, spice, and then I let him dip it in cheese bread.
I mean, I think that might have just solved it for me. That is brilliant. Yes, it's like making your own little breadsticks over there. And does he really enjoy it?
Yes, he really likes it because they get fed at school. So sometimes when he comes home, he's not hungry for dinner. So and he always says, can I have a bread finger?
Yeah. Tell me, when you do happen to pack a lunch for him, what's the healthiest lunch that you do pack for him?
Generally, what I do is fresh whole wheat bread with cheese, jam, fruit, yogurt, and cheddars.
Oh, that sounds absolutely delicious.
Because they do get lunch at school, very healthy lunch at school.
Okay.
So that's just at 10 o'clock snack time.
Brilliant stuff, and it sounds like something that would
And
be...
how old is your child?
He's 4 years old.
4 years old. Okay, getting beautiful lunches. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Natalie. Really do appreciate it, and good luck with the back to school mission today.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Excellent stuff. Look at that. Make your own breadsticks. And it's always, I think it's amazing when you do have a facility like that at school where your children can be taken care of. But yeah, we'll be back again just discussing some more great ideas for back to school lunches. Graham, over to you guys. What are you doing?
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yeah, I was about to say, Peter, iemand sa kaas-toe na hang hier die kombuis in. Okay. Anyway, listen, it's time for our last Culinary Hotline Bling. Ting, ting, ting. We're talking all about preparing lunch boxes for everyone going back to school today, everyone going back to work, making things interesting, tasty, and delicious as well. So we've shown you how to make your own wrap, if you will. We've done a lovely chocolate and peanut Swiss roll kind of thing. We've heard from Natalie, who's got some great ideas on what to do with crusts. By the way, as you can see over there, 73% of people on our Expresso page are saying that you must have your sandwiches with the crust. It's got to be with the crust, all right? But anyway, keep voting on that poll there. Now, when it comes to sweet treats, everyone loves a little
just
sweet
before
treat.
we go, there's something else that crossed my mind now. If you, especially with the teens,
Yeah.
instead of having a sandwich and you're worrying about the crust, do mini burgers or mini hot dogs.
Oh.
So that way, once again, it's almost like fancy food
Yeah,
and something
yeah,
that
yeah.
they want.
Yeah.
So just it's almost the same, except they're going to want to eat it.
I hear you. I hear you. It's a quick change up. It's a
Yeah.
quick, once a week treat nyana. All right. But what if you're looking for something sweet in your lunchbox? Because I think it is always nice to have a little treat during the day.
Yeah, like you said, you could use those little balls into some kind of cereal. You could use fruit sticks. You could use just plain fruit. I mean,
Yeah.
people forget just to pop an apple or nachi or something
Yeah,
into
yeah.
the lunchbox as well.
Oh, you know what? We get like an apple that you've cut up now, obviously into pieces in your little individual container, and then on the side, little almond butter or little
yeah,
peanut butter.
absolutely.
Just apple butter.
So they can use
Done.
those as their sticks.
Oh, get in there.
Very cool.
All right.
And then this is some what do you call it? Iced tea.
Ah, yes.
So we're going to use
good favorite.
some crushed apple juice and probably about a third.
So instead of your little one having fizzy drinks and that kind of thing,
Some beautiful rooibos tea, which has just been brewed.
that smells amazing, by the way.
Okay.
Is that just standard rooibos
Standard
tea,
rooibos.
nothing in it?
And then we'll take some mint. If
This is a nice fruit-infused flavour as
okay,
well.
we're just going to chop it up a little bit so that it does give it some flavour.
There you are.
Squeeze or two of lemon.
I like to leave my lemon or lime in there so that it just keeps...
Okay, so we're going to leave our
Enhancing.
lemon and lime in there.
Peter.
Okay, keeps enhancing. And there we go. Give it a nice stir.
Yeah.
Well, and
It,
if you-
it doesn't even need sweetener. does it?
It doesn't. Well, you remember your apple juice is sweet. So it's going to give it
Absolutely.
that little bit. So at least it's still it's sweet enough to enjoy, but it's still healthy.
Yeah, look at that. And that's a nice and refreshing drink as well. Great, nice and healthy for you as well. So thank you very much. We really do appreciate it.
an
As
absolute
always,
pleasure,
we'll
absolute
be
pleasure.
seeing you again on another Culinary Hotline Bling. Ting, ting, ting! When we do it again next week.